Scorpius. Welcome. Welcome. I am doing readings for all the signs. All the signs. I'm doing readings for I can talk. I feel like someone is blocking my speech. I am doing readings for all the signs. Yes. And now it's time for Scorpio. Scorpius. How are you doing? I ask the highest to. Let me try again. I'm a perfectionist. I ask the highest for protection. I ask the highest guardians, angels, and ancestors for protection. I ask for the energy to be cleansed, intuition. I ask for the energy to be cleansed, to be rebalanced, and energized. Can I please get some energy to do the Scorpius reading? Because I feel a little tired right now. So maybe Scorpius, you're feeling a little tired. I would say get some rest, get some sleep. That might not be enough. Then you would have to get some more sleep. Like, you know, I think most people they don't get enough sleep. Not at all. And that's why they are sad and depressed. We have 10 of fire. So maybe you might have felt stagnation for a while. I say that is over now. I feel that in the energy. Like you might have to meditate to align the chakras. You might have, or you've already done this. Like put some effort into um, to healing. Yes, because there's more things to it, but to healing the chakras and to align the chakras, like in this card. Yes, healing the body. So I see you have done that, or you are going to do that, or you need to do that, or want to do that. Might have been putting it off for some time. Yes, I know how that feels like to not like in periods. I just forget to meditate, and that like it really takes me off my path and like the intuition. It doesn't matter how intuitive you are if you don't meditate. Like it's you will be confused. That's just how it is. So can I get some clearance for Scorpius? What does Scorpius need to know today? I feel stupid at the same time saying it like this because Scorpius is a constellation. Scorpius is a star constellation. So I'm not reading for Scorpius. I am reading for natives, Queen of Fire. I am reading for natives born under the influence of Scorpius. Right? That's what I'm doing. I see fire. You know, you might have been stagnant, but that time is over. You are, I wish I was better at English. You are exploding with creativity and inspiration. Inspiration in the actions you take right now. That's what I see. Like, I don't know what sparked that uh, inspiration. You might still be like thinking about certain stuff, trying to heal. But I see like you are coming out of a very dark time, very stagnant time of your life. Like even though it's not really in the cards, that's just the energy that I'm getting. You know, we have the three. Okay, a lot of water here, so there might be a lot of emotion that has been like stuck, stagnant in you, but you are communicating. You're communicating with yourself, or communicating with your guides. We have three of water, king of water, and five of air. So you're taking off your mask, and here are some tears. I don't know if you can see it in the picture, but there are tears, and there are thunder in the background. And it's important to feel what needs to be felt, because if you don't do it now, you will have to do it at some point in the future. It will just come, you know, and you just have to let yourself feel what needs to be felt. And the problem here is that because you are strong, when you feel stuff, you might feel weak, but that's just how emotions are or feel. They are very like it's like when you feel stuff, you are very vulnerable, vulnerable, and you might feel weak, but that's not what you are. That's just the mode that you need to be in. Not, I'm not. Okay, let me say that again. You might feel like it's weakness, but it's not weakness. It's vulnerability, and you need to be in a state of vulnerability in order to feel stuff. And if you don't let yourself feel these things, you will just walk around with this trauma built up inside of you, and you will be hella confused about everything, and like, you know, not know your purpose, and just be confused. Like I said, not because there's anything funny about that, but it's just the ignorance I'm laughing at. Like the ignorance about, like when I think about myself or other people, like not being able to figure out what is the problem, because we are not letting ourselves feel what needs to be felt, or think what needs to be thought, like all these things, do what needs to be done, these things, because no element is more important than the other. It's not. Like even fire signs, they need to deal with their emotions, even though they might have this huge ass ego that doesn't, you know, where they think that, oh, emotions, that's not for me, but anger, that's an emotion too. So you need to deal with these things, all right? It doesn't matter what it is. It does not matter what it is. You need to deal with it. Yeah. So, is there any more for Scorpius? Is there any more? It's actually been, I think it's been years since my last Scorpius read. Like, I used to live at a homeless shelter. I don't know why I'm talking about these things, but even though I was living in a homeless shelter and I was just surrounded by crackheads, like really trying to mess with me, it was very animalistic, extremely animalistic surroundings, and people just being whacked out of their minds, right? But I just knew that I still had to be vulnerable, even though I didn't like they wanted me to be a certain way, like being this fight or flight. But I knew, like, I'm a cancer man. I knew that I had to be vulnerable still, even though they wanted me to be in a fight or flight. Because if I can't, as I 144, if I can't deal with my emotions, like it will just stagnate me. It would just mess up my whole life, because emotions are destructive in nature. So if I wouldn't deal with it now, I would have to deal with it in the future, and I would just destroy things unnecessarily. Like, we have the nine of air. Thank you for the like. Please subscribe to the channel if you are interested. And we have 11 of water. Yeah. And this is emotion and intellect, or emotional intellect. So it's just I know that Scorpios, like, they don't like to show emotion, because people, they take advantage of your emotion. But you know, it's still important that you deal with it, and you you don't necessarily need to you don't necessarily need somebody else to do that. Okay, I'll get back to that. You don't necessarily need someone else to be vulnerable. You can just uh, make some time for yourself in order to give yourself the space to be vulnerable. You don't need somebody else to do that. It's a bonus, but all you need to be vulnerable is to give yourself some time and space to relax, and let yourself feel what needs to be felt. All right. And another thing I see in the comments: kindness is not a weakness. Kindness is not a weakness. I have to say, I have to tell you, man, that's some bullshit. I call bullshit, because most people, they are really evil, and they think kindness is a weakness. But actually, kindness, you have to be fucking strong as fuck. You gotta be freaking strong as a motherfucker in order to keep being kind, even though, yeah, you need to really be really, really strong, like stronger than 1,000 men, like, in order to keep being kind. And it's not that you have to be kind to people who mistreat you, because I learned that the hard way. When you are kind to people who mistreat you, you are teaching them that, oh, that's okay. It's okay for these motherfuckers to mistreat you, but because you are kind to them. So I learned that the hard way. You should not be kind to people who mistreat you. You should have no mercy for those motherfuckers, because if you are kind to these motherfuckers, they will you will teach them that it's okay, and it's not fucking okay to treat the chosen ones, God's God's beloved children, the highest beloved children. Now, I don't remember what I was talking about. But yeah, let me see. Let me see. So it's okay to feel stuff, like the like people. Most people are like, they think emotions is like an illness. Like if you are emotional, there's something wrong. It's so fucking stupid when I think about it. Like people acting like that. Like, ew, you're emotional. But like if you don't deal with your emotions, you will just be fucked up. Like it will just fuck you up like a individual. So so is there any more messages for Scorpius? Any more messages for Scorpius? Any more? I just put all the cards back into the deck. I'm gonna cleaned up the energy. Can I ask for a cleanse in the energy? Thank you very much. I am eternally grateful. Is there any more for Scorpius? Scorpius. Thank you very much. And I hope for the genuine supporters out there, I really hope that you are good. That love is, that your hearts are filled with love. That every cell in your beings are filled with love and strength and kindness. But I see like love and strength, that's like the same, because love is the strongest. Love overcomes all. That makes, I don't think that makes sense. My ex is for love. I don't know what you mean, bro, but that's cool, man. Thank you for being here. Oh. Yeah, we have the Ace of Water. Okay. Lol. So that's this I was talking about this energy in the what was it? The Gemini and Cancer reads. Jesus is the sun. Like I'm not into that historical bullshit, this characterized, or what it's called, bullshit of, Jesus is the sun which shines, all right? Don't waste your gift. As a water sign, you might feel like you want to be with somebody because you want some emotional support. But in this time, others might not be able to give that to you. Others, like, okay, I'm saying this once. If there's any people who are not meant to be here, you need to fuck off. Like, I know energy when I see it. Like, if there's anyone in this room that is not meant to be here, you need to fuck all the way off, okay? Thank you. Thank you. um, what was I saying? This is like the Christos. I will teach you something now, okay? The Christos is inside every single one of us. Every single one of us. All right? So don't waste it. Don't waste this divine opportunity. Because without this Christos, without this sacred secret coming from the topmost brain, all right? Without that, your emotions, they're not the same, all right? I'm just saying. I'm gonna end this reading in a little bit. I just want to explain this. We all have this divine opportunity within us. All right. We all have the Christos within us. It's just up to us, like the Scorpio, the Mars energy, because Mars is about our free will to do whatever we want to. So it's up to us. What are we going to do with this energy? All right. That's up to you what you do with this divine opportunity. Are you going to waste it or are you going to embrace it and keep it inside? So that was the message. Thank you for watching. May you preserve your blessings properly. Thank you very much. Peace out.